Hi everyone, welcome back to the Work Visa Lawyers channel. Today we're talking about the common questions in relation to the 482 Skills in Demand visa. This is an employer-sponsored visa that lets skilled workers come to Australia and work for an approved employer. And here's the good news. The 482 can lead to permanent residency after holding the 482 for 2 years. After 2 years with an approved sponsor, you may be able to apply for the 186 permanent residency visa. There is no age limit for a 482 visa. However, the transition to permanent residency usually requires you to be under 45. There are some exceptions to this. To apply for the Skills in Demand Core Skills visa, your occupation needs to be on the Core Skills occupation list. We have the full list on our website. Check the link in the description. And please subscribe to our channel. Now let's go through the 5 most common questions we get about the 482 visa. Question 1. Do I need a skills assessment for a 482? One of the attractive features is often you do not need a skills assessment for a 482. This depends on your occupation. For most bachelor level qualifications and occupations or professional occupations, you do not need a skills assessment for a 482 visa. This is except for the occupation of project or program administrator. Skills assessments are required for a number of overseas trade level qualifications which are listed on the TRA 482 list, which lists the occupation and the country. Australian trade qualifications do not need a skills assessment. For example, if you're a chef from India, you usually need a skills assessment unless you've studied to be a chef in Australia. Question 2. Can I, as the applicant, pay all the fees associated with a 482 visa? No, you cannot pay all the fees. By law, the sponsorship and nomination fees and the Skilling Australia Fund levy must be paid by the employer. For the 482 visa, the employer must pay the standard business sponsorship fee of $420 and the nomination fee of $330 and the Skilling Australia Fund levy, which ranges from $1,200 to $1,800 per year depending on the turnover of the business. The visa application charge can be paid by either the applicant or the employer. Be careful, if your employer asks you to pay the fees, that could be a breach of sponsorship rules. You need to be aware there are no payments or benefits for sponsorship. You can check the payment for sponsorship requirements under section 245AR of the Migration Act 1958. If you need any assistance with an application, you can contact us. We've helped thousands of applicants and businesses with the 482 visa. Question 3. How many years of work experience are required for the 482 visa? Generally, you need at least 1 year of relevant experience full-time in the last 5 years. The work experience can include part-time or casual work in the last 5 years, as long as the hours you have worked are equivalent to 1 year of full-time experience. For example, 2 years of part-time work experience at 20 hours a week could be seen to be 1 year of full-time experience. Question 4. Can I bring my family on the 482 visa? Can they work and study in Australia? Yes, you can include your spouse or partner and dependent children as secondary applicants. They will have full work rights and they can work for any employer in any occupation. The partner and children can also study in Australia. Keep in mind that school fees may apply for children in some states and territories that hold 482 visas. Question 5. How can I find a sponsor? This last question is the most common question that we receive. As you know, the 482 visa is an employer-sponsored visa and you must have an employer to sponsor you. Finding a sponsor in Australia can be challenging and requires diligence and patience and a bit of strategy, and even some good luck sometimes. To succeed, you need to understand your visa options and prepare a strong professional profile, search smartly, target approved sponsors and build your network. Regional areas may offer more opportunities. We don't assist in finding a sponsor, but we do have a blog and a video which gives some useful tips in how to find a sponsor. I'll leave the link in the description below. On the blog, you can find a list of approved sponsors in Australia. If the sponsor's already approved, that's one less step that you'll have to do and you can skip straight to the nomination stage. On the Department of Home Affairs site, you can also see a list of approved labour agreements, which can also be very helpful. So that's the subclass 482 visa explained, the top 5 questions answered by us. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with anyone that might be interested in Australian work visas. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for all the latest updates on Australian migration. If you'd like tailored advice to your situation, you can book a consultation with one of our qualified migration professionals. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.